Hey guys, you're watching the one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a City. We're back at the cathedral today. It seems like quite a while since we've been here, and although the exterior is completed, the area surrounding it isn't. I want gravestones. I want a nice hedge or fence surrounding some of the area, or a wall. I want to have a nice bit of a car park out the front. Not too big, but like a nice sized car park out the front. Mausoleums, things like that. So, where are we good? Let's think about this first. What I want is I want half of this area out the front to be a car park. Obviously, cathedrals are a little bit different to churches. At churches, you don't have that many car park spots, and they're usually not even tarmac. They're just sort of a dirt area or a little bit of a field that you can park on. Cathedral, because they're a little bit bigger, they're a little bit more touristy. We want at least a small car park out the front to get some people. What is that little shadow? Oh, that's me. I think, what is that strange shaped shadow? Yeah, it's me. So we want a little bit of car park out the front, and then a path up the middle here that splits up into three for the doors, and then I want some tombstones or gravestones, whatever you call them, sort of on either side of that. I then want some tombstones down this side here in this little spot. This spot I want to keep relatively open. This is going to be the sort of wedding part of the cathedral. We were saying, you know, that we want to have like little archways with like little pink flowers and stuff all over it going through here, leading around to a little bit more of an open area here, which is just dressed up nicely. I might put a little bit of a water feature in there, a little bit of an archway, you know, for the outside parties in the summer when people have weddings, but with a nice fence that sort of surrounds it. Down this back side, I think we can fit in maybe a few gravestones, or I might just put a wall there. I'm really not sure yet. That's not much room at all. On this side, I would like at least 2 mausoleums. They can look exactly the same. We'll just build one and use that one to get the next one. But at least 2 mausoleums there, and then some gravestones down this side, which we definitely do have enough room for. I think I can even get like a little bit of a path leading down the side there. So that's the plan, that's the idea. I think the first things first is we should make a little bit of a wall to surround in the area. Then we know exactly... Ooh, my USB adapter just fell off. That scared me. It's okay, it'll be fine there for the moment. So we're going to want a mixture of things. We're going to want a mixture of hedge, so we're going to use oak leaves for the hedge sections, and then for the wall itself, I don't want to go too gothic or not evil, but you know, I don't want to go like too crazy with it. But I think what we'll do is we'll grab some walls. We're definitely going to want some walls, and we're definitely going to want some andesite or some sort of rocky texture. Nether. I'm not that. Let's get rid of this so I can concentrate. It's so hard to concentrate when you've got rain going on. I would use the netherrack one, but we use that as the path, and I don't want that to blend in. We could use stone brick, but then the cathedral is made out of stone brick, so I think we'll go with the cyan clay, with the mossy cobble, and then iron bars. I think it's going to look cathedraly, but not too gothic. We don't want to go too gothic with this. Let's do a little bit of a test area. Let's use this area, this nice straight section, for the fenced part of it. So I'm thinking maybe some stairs as well. Yeah, just trying to think of how it would go. This one would work. So what we do is we have this down here. Let's turn the shaders off as well. There we go. We have this down here. We then have a line of 5, 6, 7. 7 sounds good. And then we go up here. These are going to be 2 blocks tall, and they're going to have iron bars in between. I really like the colours so far. They're a little bit darker than the cathedral itself, so it doesn't blend in. If we use stone bricks for the fence, it would be hard to tell the difference between the cathedral and the fence when you were sort of looking at an angle here. And then we want just a couple, I think. Either 1 or 2, maybe just 1 actually. Cobblestone wall on top, just to lighten it up a little bit. I really like the stairs. It sort of just brings it back that little bit. Has a little bit of a design to it. Or we can flip them around and put them upside down this way. How did I do that? Look at that. And then that looks pretty cool from this side. And it looks pretty cool from that side. Yeah, I think I'll go with that. I think I'll do that. So there's 7 blocks between. I should just be able to cheat my way through this now, shouldn't I? If we went from there to there, and we go copy, and we go paste, paste, paste. Now there's a tip that I always do when building houses or mansions or whatever, anything that needs a garden area, and that's to use more than one type of border. So instead of having it all the same, having it all this sort of fence or all hedge or all just wooden fence, mixing them up really does make a difference. I think that's going to be a neat way to do the corner. See how it sort of wraps around like that? So we're going to go from this fence design into hedge design. Nope, like that. And then we go into a hedge. Now the hedge is going to be at least 2 blocks thick, and it needs to be pretty wide. It needs to be at least pretty high. It needs to be at least 2 blocks high. And then we do a little bit of a sort of scattered approach on the top like that. And it's going to look really nice how that blends into each other. So that's going to be a hedge that goes all the way around this corner to maybe about here is where it'll end. And then we'll have another fence design, or the same fence design then, that leads all the way down this backside. I'm not going to put any tombstones in there. I don't think there's enough room for it. So it's going to come to about here-ish, and then the hedge is going to start again. The hedge is going to come round the corner down this side, and I think we'll hedge it right up to the end here. We'll then put another fence design in, or the same one again, that comes down here. I'll try and get it to go around this curve if we can. And it's going to come all the way down to here. And then this is where the hedge starts again, all the way down to the car park. That's going to be the design. What have we got on this side? This can be hedge here as well. So it's going to be hedge about here. That's where the entrance into the car park is going to be, just to there. And then hedge from there to there. Now I know what I'm doing with that. I'll do that and I should be back, okay? Alright, I'm getting there. I just thought I'd do a little bit of the car park as well ahead of time, because we've all seen the car park. We've all seen how we do the car parks here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Not the neatest number counting in the world. We go from here to there. And then we have an in and an out. So we'll have like, well, you can come in from either side. I made it 7 blocks instead of 5 blocks because it's a little bit wider. Then we've got a little bit of space to play with. And I'm just sort of finishing off the hedges and stuff around the outside. We've got all of the hedges and fencing that goes around here. It's just this sort of front part now that I'm trying to sort of blend in together with the car park, which is turning out to be a little more tricky than I originally thought. There's a little bit more to it. I went with a very small wall more than anything at the front here, using the cyan clay to blend in with the fence that we've already got, and then these sort of lighter slabs just to give it a little bit of a top. I didn't want a tall fence around the car park. I think it looked a little bit prisony like, so I went a little bit of a smaller one. I think it looks a lot neater. Got some car parking spaces in there, nothing too crazy, nothing too big, just a sort of nice amount. And you know what I am going to do? I'm going to take that out and I'm going to run the wall back this way. There is also another problem. It's not really a big problem, but it is a sort of problem. Oh, I sort of like the hedge sort of finishing there as well. And the sort of problem that we have is that the 3 doors, or the middle door, let's take as for example, doesn't line up evenly with a car parking space. Now you might think, well, that's not really that important, AJ. And no, it's not like crazy important. Like, it's just off. But it sort of is going to be a pain on how we're going to do the path now. Unless we do a bit of a wiggly path. That would get around the problem. Like if we had the main path start here. So let's do... I don't think we even need it. I was going to do like a yellow checkered pattern to like not park there. Yeah, I will do that. We don't want people to park in this spot right here because we want this to be the walkway. I don't know, where the coffin comes through and stuff like that. So we'll take those out, make that into grass again. I know I could wait for it to grow, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, see, just like no parking zone in there. And then we want a path that weaves slightly to the left to join up with the middle one, and then splits off or forks off left and right as well. What blocks do we want? We're going to want to have gravel, certainly. We're going to want to have some sort of... Well, let's get gravel then. Hold on. gravel. We're going to want exactly these stairs. I think stone brick ones, I think they could sort of work. And then podzol. And just a rocket as well. Hydro rocket. Just in there as well. No, I'm kidding. 3 blocks wide, I think, is a really nice and neat amount. So let's do a little bit of a test zone here. Oh, I could do it with a brush. That could look neater. What we got? 13, 109, 32. 13, 109, 32. Brush, cylinder. 13, 102, 3, 2, 1. No, 2. Yes. But we've got the wrong number. It's not 102, it's 109. I knew that. I knew that. So, we put in some of these down here. Now, it does make all of the stairs face in the same direction, which we don't want. We will be changing that. But this brush method is going to give us a nice sort of natural curve on some of these, natural forks. And I really like the sort of mixture of blocks that we've got in there. Maybe a little bit too much gravel. Maybe we should have had some grass in there as well. And grass. Let's try again. Yes. Okay, we definitely needed some grass in there. So we're going to sort of plop this out. Let's put some grass dots in the middle. That's made the pathway a little bit lighter. And then with the stairs now, what we want to do is we want to actually rotate these so they're not all facing the same direction. We want them to all sort of be a little bit randomized. Not upside down, though. Something like this and that one and that one. I like how they join up. That's a little bit too much next to each other. I think something like that would be better. I don't mind it when there's more than one next to each other. That doesn't bother me at all. I just don't like it when there's like a giant clump of them. I think it looks a little bit weird. So what we're doing now is just rotating some of these to face different ways. That one, that one. Already got it that way, that way. That one. I might actually replace that with that. This one. Take out that, put a bit of gravel in there instead. And then the last little section. I think that's then pretty well balanced. This is also the same path that we'll use around the sides as well, but probably a little bit thinner. So not going 2 blocks wide or 2 blocks diameter. We'll go 1 block diameter. Looks really neat. Need to dress it up with some hedges, some fences, some gravestones I want out the front there and stuff like that. In fact, let's stay out the front here. Let's concentrate out the front here for the moment. We want to have just normal fences. Fences and some benches. Not that kind of bench. Couches. These ones. So we're going to go with some fences. They're going to be sort of broken fences, or not broken, but split, or so they've got like little gaps between them, just so people can walk through them easily, get to the grave that they want to visit. We can have them down here. So it's not going to be a solid fence. I don't like it when they're solid fences. I never really do solid fences. You may have noticed in the zoo it's very similar design, that we don't have it completely solid. And they just sort of float out like this. Looks nice and neat. You can get walk between them. You can get exactly where you want nice and quickly. And then we're going to stick down some benches in some spots. Just so they have some places to sit down around the area. Think about whatever people think about. Like this. We'll have them on the inside as well, facing the other way. And there. Like that. Nice and neat, nice and simple, nothing too crazy, right? Now, tombstones. We actually have tombstones. They're a little dark, so I don't know if I'm going to use them, because they take the same texture, or they share the same texture as stone does. And as you guys know, we retextured stone to be a lot darker, to be more of a tarmac colour for our roads. But, oh, you can actually write on them. Oh, that is pretty cool. So we can do a mix. Do you write in this one? No. Do you write in this one? You do. I'm not going to write in them, but that's a little bit too much for me to to do, but I can do this, 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 and you just sort of get a nice sort of mix of different ones. I actually like that. Usually we use cobblestone walls and stone bricks and stuff like that, but I think, you know, I'm going to stick with all of these kind of tombstones. There's 3 different types. 2 of them are very similar. One of them's got the sort of corners cut out. One of them's got a little bit of embossing, but I really like the broken one, and it looks really uniform, so I think we'll just stick with that, you know. I don't need to go all the way to there. Now, do I want them facing this way, or do I want them facing the other way? I think I like them facing this way. We want to leave a little bit of gap between each one. I'm going to leave a 3-block gap between each section. And then we're going to go again. I don't need to escape on those ones. Like that, and like that. Leave a 3-block gap. That one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. We can do another one, 3 blocks. Ooh, we're pretty tight. We've got this one, and this one. Weather. It would rain when we're building a graveyard and tombstones and stuff like that, wouldn't it? See, that looks pretty neat, right? Then we can put some, get some podzol or coarse dirt you could use as well. We'll use podzol, and we'll do some recently used graves, like recently refilled graves, like this. You can also do an open grave by just digging a hole. And voila, we get some sort of a nice sort of collection of different stuff. We want some flowers to dress up this area as well. Oxeye daisies, tulips, these ones look fantastic. Red ones look okay. And the purple ones, because I never use them for anything else, so we can use them in here. So we're going to put, we'll just do it like a little collection of different ones and just sort of randomly place them. Nothing too crazy. As long as they're near the graves or between the graves, beside the graves, you're alright. Just don't put them behind. I think it looks a little bit weird. And yeah, that's a nice little collection. You can walk through it nicely. We've got a nice path here. So I need to do the same thing on the other side. I think... Oh, I haven't done this hedge here. I need to do that hedge as well. I am going to still do some down here. You can still barely walk through it, so maybe, you know what, we're going to do this fence a little bit further, and then I can fit the path down there. I think that's the way that we're going to do it. So let's get 1 there, 2 there. It's a little bit tight, but 2 blocks is definitely big enough to be able to walk through. So instead of having the hedge here, which takes up another one of those blocks, we'll do fence, fence. Can I fit another one in here? Look at that. That blends in really nicely. So we want to have our iron sword back. We want to go to the command, the brush command that we had, but change it to 1 block instead, just so we can get a little bit of a pathway leading down here. Oh, hang on. That's got no grass in it. Good thing I spotted it. There we go. So we get this coming down here. Obviously, I then need to change around. Why are you falling? Why is there... You ask me, guys. Why would that be there? I haven't got a clue. So we're just going to sort of weave this path, make it a little bit broken. I'll go back over. Obviously, when I originally created the world, there was a bit of an ocean here that I forgot about. And I must have covered over at some point. So it's just a matter of sort of filling it in. They fill up pretty quick, look. There we go, look. And there. And I think we're good. We'll just put some grass back underneath these spots. Nope, that's not grass. Back underneath those spots. I don't like how the shadow sort of looks like that. We want to swap around the direction of some of these. Or as many of them as we can. So they look a little bit different. I don't like that one. That one. That one. Just fill in any other gaps that we got. There, 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 and there. That one. That one. And then gravestones go down here. So, I'm going to put down a bunch of gravestones, and I shall be back again. Alright, here we go then. Down this side I've got the gravestones. It looks really nice now. I turned the shaders on just to have a quick look. I know we're only halfway or 3/4 of the way through the episode, but I thought I'd turn the shaders on anyway. Out the front here we've got the graves on the other side. I did in the end put graves in this zone, even though it's not really accessible. There is one block you can get through there, but it just filled up that space. It looked really weird with it being blank. This obviously is going to be free for when we do the wedding part. We're not going to be able to get that in today, but I do want to build a mausoleum today. That is one thing that I want to do. So the mausoleum, I want 2 of them. I want like one here and one here, maybe even a third one, and then gravestones to fill up the rest of the space there. We'll also have its own entrance as well into this part of the world, or this part of the cathedral. So we're going to take out a 5-block wide arch. Let's turn the shaders back off again. It looks great with the shaders on, but I don't like building with them on. I know some of you do, some of you don't, but I don't really like them on when I'm building. So I have a little bit of an archway to go through there. Let's try and build it up a little bit thicker. So it looks like it's been there for a while. Yeah, like that. Just so you can get through here into where the mausoleum is. Now, mausoleum, if you don't know what mausoleum is, it's like usually expensive or rich families, well-off families have their own stone miniature building, if you like, where they'll put their family. Some are big, some are small, it's supposed to be depending on the size of the family and how many people have died. But what we're going to do is we're going to do some small mausoleums. Nothing too big, nothing too crazy. We're going to want definitely stone, but not monster egg variations. Remember that. We're going to want, not that one, just a normal stone brick. We're going to want cracked stone brick. We're probably going to want some special ones as well. They're always nice to have. We'll have the stone and stair equivalent, as well as the slab ones, just for like a little bit of a neat roof. Oh yeah, and walls. These should be the only blocks that we need to use. We're going to start off by building one over here. Now I've got some pictures of different mausoleums. Everybody has everybody's mausoleum are all a little bit different. But basically the general rule of thumb is you want a little bit of recess, but you don't have too much room to do it in. You have to be a little bit clever. So what we're going to do is we're going to make it however wide that is. So 2 blocks between each pillar. And we're going to put one up the back here, there. It's going to be very small on the inside. It's going to be very, very small on the inside. But that's sort of how we're going to have to do it. We're going to have a door over the top here. That's where our door's going to be. I might drop the door back 1 block, actually, because we're going to have these as walls anyway. Like this. And then the stairs can then go across the top here. I'm just going to do it all out of stone brick first, and then we might change up some blocks. We might put some clay in there or something like that, like normal grey clay, you know, the naturally found clay is in the bottom of the water clay. Would look really nice for like a floor and everything. We might do that now, in fact. Like if I just do set clay, that clay I'm talking about. It's just a nice lighter clay, you see. I'm going to actually probably take these pillars out and replace them with cobblestone walls. I think they look a little bit neater. They're not quite as clunky. And it's not so much stone brick then either. Now that should grow to grass. Does it grow to grass back under there? I don't think it will actually, will it? It will always be dirt, but I can't remember if it will change again. Okay, something like that. And then we want a roof to go on top. So we're going to have, it's going to be slab here and here. Slab there. So then we just need 2 full blocks there, and that should do the entire roof. And again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it so for the moment the roof is completely flat and fine. What I might do is put in some holes so it doesn't look quite as perfect, and brand spanking new. Make it a little bit uneven in some sections. I think looks really good sometimes. So we'll have these and these across the top. But for the moment, we'll just make it as if it was a perfectly brand spanking new mausoleum. Okay, looks pretty good. We're going to put in a little bit more detail now. We're going to change up some of these 2 stairs. It just gets rid of the flatness of the wall by putting that in. And there. there, and there. I'm going to want to have some chiseled ones, maybe at the bottom of them. I just like these. They look a little bit fancy. They look a little bit more expensive. And it gets rid of the dirt. Oh, it did go to grass again. But, yeah, I think that's pretty good, right? I thought, like, at the front of the mausoleum here. Then what we're going to do is we're going to poke some holes to make it look a little bit older. And I'm going to place some slabs where they shouldn't be as well. Just so we get a little bit of a broken-ish effect. These mausoleums have been around for a really long time, so having them a little bit broken I think makes a lot of sense. Now on the inside here, oh, you know what, I could actually make it still watertight. That would probably be a noble idea, wouldn't it? So like they don't get wet, it just looks a little bit lumpy on the outside. Yeah, okay, I like that a lot. I think that one should go as well. Okay, now on the inside, what you have is the graves on the inside here. So we're going to do 3 family crypts at the back there. And then we're going to want to have some doors on here. What door would be good? Oh, they usually, a jail door would work really well. I need to go back a bit. Yeah, 100% jail doors are perfect for this. I want to get out, though. Yeah. Can we open this? Lever. Is there anywhere that I can stick this that makes sense? I could if I put it there and there instead. Yes, that's cool, right? That's exactly how the mausoleums are as well. So we'll just take this. We'll take the whole lot. Blink. 2. Blink. I'll stand at the door. Or stand just off center of the door. We shall copy it. We shall rotate it by 90 degrees. It always rotates clockwise. So if I stand about here, we should be about right. Paste. Oh, it didn't like the doors. Good. And I should probably stick another one in. So we're going to rotate it again and put another one down here. I think we're far enough away. No, we're not. They're a little bit longer than I thought. That's better. Put the doors down again, there and there. And wonderful, we have ourselves 3 mausoleums that look really neat. Let's get back our sword. Yes, no pods in there, but that's okay. So then we'll drag this out. I don't like it being straight. I like to put a little bit of a weave in it. So we'll have it to there. We'll have it to there. And we'll have it to there. Excellent. And again, we're going to do the thing that we've already done, which is fences and couches and tombstones everywhere else. But let's start off with the broken fence first. I say broken, I don't really mean like broken fence, but it's just like gapped fence. Better maybe way of saying it. So you want to sort of follow the concurves of the path as much as possible. Like that. A little one down here. And a little one going up here. Okay, looks neat. Put in some benches. We'll do the outside one. So I can do an inside one there. Not real much room for inside ones here. I can have one there though. We can have one there. And here. And I think we're pretty good, right? I think that's enough for that. And then tombstones fill up the rest of the spots. So I'm going to do that, and I should be back to finish off the episode. Alright, I've put all the flowers down. Let's grab a little bit of puzzle. We'll do a couple of fresh ones. Like that one, and that one. I like the flower back on top, though. And a couple over here, like one there. And one here. Do a couple of open ones as well. It's busy. Let's not do an open one in front of a broken one. That doesn't make much sense. There and there. And I think we're good. Right? I think that looks really, really nice. Now, there is this spot down the back that doesn't really have anything. And I think that what we're going to do with this area is we're going to get some leaves. And we're just going to sort of get the leaves to sort of grow up the side of it a little bit. I think that would really dress that up nicely. But I'm super happy with this. I'm super happy with the mausoleum look. In fact, that might be the screenshot for the episode. Like up here somewhere. Yeah, boom. Screenshot. Used. Alright, and then out the front, obviously, we've got the car park and everything like that. I'm super, super happy. Still a bit of work to do here at the cathedral. It's obviously a huge project. We've got a bit of a wedding area to do. I want to have, maybe we can even do a wedding tent. That could be sick. A wedding tent out there. But check it out on the map even. We can see the path. We can see each individual grave. We can see the mausoleums up in the corner there. The crypts, whatever you want to call them. I think it looks really, really stunning. It just so nicely finishes everything off, doesn't it? Ties it all together, blends it all into one, makes it look like one single plot instead of a cathedral just placed in the middle of some roads. It's sort of tied it all in together. Looks like the roads go around the cathedral instead of the cathedral put in the middle of the roads. Yeah. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. We shall see you in the next episode. We might be here, we might finish off the cathedral, or we might go and start another building, or finish off a building that we haven't quite finished.